Hey Dutch, how are you doing? You know, I really probably should have like renamed like Null Labs or something. Because like that's what all my YouTube stuff has. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. But we're doing to do something amazing. Absolutely, that's what we're doing tonight. Is something amazing. My setup is all wonky though. Not gonna lie. My camera's on the wrong side. I might have to change it. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. How's the bit rate going? Everything looks like it's going, which is good. Oh, it's an absolute mess. Now, hopefully, Move Part 2 will be better. Because one, hopefully I won't be in a dungeon. It's a little dungeon-esque down here. But two, hopefully, my plan with Move Part 2 is just to like move my office one day. And I don't have like the fixing up the old house and being in this was a disaster. It was not meant to be this prolonged, for sure. All right, let's see. Oh, this is on the wrong side. Oh, that doesn't reach, does it? Cone of Silence. That's a bit loud, isn't it? Probably was hard to hear me. I'm new at this, people. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Screen space. Everything wants me to sign back into it because obviously I changed IP addresses and everything. Makes sense. Pseudo. This is called Quick, I had to hide the dungeon. That's what it's called. I don't know what a snuff film is. I don't know if that was a compliment or not. Don't Google it? Okay. Okay. Oh, it looks shady? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. It looks more shady. I don't know if this makes this better or worse. It looks more shady if I take it down. I don't know. Again, is that better or worse? I'll leave that up to you. It's staying up for right now. All right. This is actually really cool. Let me show you guys this. Well, this is the issue came down to this is the rental that we have is small and there's no good place for me to have an office. And so it basically has a crawl space that's really tall. And it's like a step up from a crawl space. I mean, it actually has a floor, but it's not full height ceiling. It's a tall space. It's a tall space. Yeah. So, you know, it's a temporary spot, and so this is the best place it worked for setting it up. But it is definitely like old brick. I'll have to show you guys because it's like not old brick, but old block walls. The house might be 100 years old. Upstairs is much less dungeony looking. But anyways, this is actually really cool. And I wanted to point this out because I didn't know this about Fly, and I have just realized it. So my invoice for last month was like $4 or 4 cents. I can't read. It was like 4 cents. And that was actually most of the month. And what I realized, maybe I said most of the month, maybe not most of the month, but what I realized was that if you went to Twitch alerts.fly.dev, this actually hits mine. And the first time, it took a little while to load, which it does not take very long. It does not take very long. But it took, and this is the Twitch alerts. There would be something if there was an alert happening. But the reason I wanted to show this is that it actually only charges me while it's running. And if no requests are going to it, it actually just pauses the machine and stops charging me. I'm like super excited about this. Like, this is really cool. Like I think it's yeah. Their deployments, and this isn't like a serverless thing. I deployed an application, but their deployments are effectively as serverless or as close to what you might think of a Lambda, without needing to worry about doing anything Lambda specific. So anyways, that was kind of cool. And I like that. So you can see it's active now because it had been paused, but we went to it. Actually, are my Twitch alerts not configured properly over here? Aren't they supposed to be? Oh, they are. Okay. Cool. That's a super weird auto mod. I'm letting that one through. We're gonna have to try to do some more things with Fly.io. I was just like really pleased. I was expecting, you know, this machine is something like $2.50 per month if you rent it the whole month. And so I was expecting to pay $2.50 every single month for my Twitch alerts. But yeah, I don't, because it pauses it if I'm not getting requests. I love how my title is to do with HTMX, because I always hide it. I need to. It is done with HTMX at this point. Anyways, I just realized this as I was looking over my 4 cents. I need to actually check if they billed me, because I almost guarantee you that they didn't, because it would actually cost them more to bill me. So actually, I'll have to log into it. 1 second, let me log into it. ChatGPT, OpenAI, actually made a change recently, and I can almost guarantee you it was for this. Let me open up. Basically, what happened is, for our Twitch alerts, I never paid for OpenAI. And I never paid for it because I never spent more than like maybe at most a few pennies. Under 5 and it's free. Right. So I never spent more than like a few pennies every single month. And so like if you looked at my usage, which I was just bringing up, sorry, I have to relog into everything. Well, this month, since I haven't been streaming, is nothing. But let's see. There should be some some usage. Okay. Which again I spent. But what they did was they made me spend $10. Basically, they made me buy $10 of usage that it goes towards. Yeah. So I can guarantee you they probably didn't build me for that. Under $5 a month, it's free. Dan Soltz, do you know that for like a fact? Is that like a thing that they state, or is this just what the community has figured out? I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know the magic number that it's now profitable to charge somebody. 5 might be it. I would actually have guessed it was lower, like $1. Sure, you get 30 cents taken out of it, but anyways, it's cool because they could have charged me $2 and they didn't, which was cool. All right, that's still working. What do we want to do tonight? I got all this set up and I realize now that my backdrop is a little sketchy. Do you guys think that I should try to like get a green screen for back there for while I'm in the dungeon? I'll have to work on lighting because like you can't see how it's unevenly lit, and that's because there's like a incandescent light bulb above me. I'm gonna have to like light it nicely. I'm gonna have to think about that. Oh, Dan Salt. Awesome. Maybe it looks cool to be in a dungeon. Okay, it's Thursday. I'll stream and I won't have it up. And you guys tell me which is cooler, this or what's behind me. I know, Dutch. It's super frustrating because like I had gotten where I was streaming kind of set up how I liked how it looked and whatnot. And I thought it looked pretty decent. And this, like, hopefully, I'm only going to be here for like a month or two. Like, that's my dearest hope. Now, we haven't found any place to buy, so like, maybe we're here for 6 months. But I would kind of like to keep it as low effort as possible, because whenever I move again, that time I want to really like set it up for streaming. Dan Salt, awesome. I'll have to check my emails. Maybe they emailed me. That's actually really awesome. I have an idea for something to do. Do you all know this application? Oh, I forget what it's called. It's like if that, then this. Yeah. IFTTT. Yeah, Dutch. Okay. So The interesting thing, I don't care about the plans. You know what I was thinking about? There's this IFTTT, and my thought was, and maybe we try building this on Fly, although we'll have to use some other services outside of Fly, but that's fine. I kind of wanted to make an IFTTT with AI agents. So basically you could hook these events up to have AI agents do something and dump something. And this actually came from a kind of something that I wanted for the news. Because what I wanted was, if there's a new web article on the news, I'd like to have a summary with a link to the article and, you know, it to be prioritized. And I thought that would actually be a cool thing to have an AI agent do. Like, summarize this. I don't know. It was just a thought to build IFTTT AI. Okay, we'd have to come up with some other name, but that was the thought. Wait, Dane. Did you get an alert, Dane? Did you get an alert, Dane? Also, it's good to see you, Grey Hatter. I know you were poking at my edge usage. Absolutely not. You want to know something, Dane? You absolutely did. I just got everything set up in the dungeon, and I'm gonna blame the dungeon on that. I literally just got everything set up, and so that was probably on me, because it did go through. You shielded the whole party. Thank you so much, Dane. That would be too easy. Wait. You did the IFTTT AI on Twitter? This is so weird. It sent the message. Right, see, it sent it to this. Thank you for leaking my IP address. To swap in the message. Oh, you know what? I bet that was here. I bet that was here, because I have it up right here. Okay, so that was totally here. And for some reason, my Mac that's streaming, it's not connected to it. That's what it is. Okay, well, fantastic. I broke it. Okay, Dutch. Cool. Well, I was thinking maybe we build something like IFTTT AI, because I thought that would be really cool, because I actually have some things that were going down that same path. So it's just a thought. Maybe it's something we do next year. But anyways, that Dane, I just want to give you a huge shout out. You have been subbed for 7 months. 9 months. Okay, it says resub for 9 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 7 months. That is literally what it's. One second. I got to show you this because that is literally what it says. Yeah. It's not me being dented this time. Look at this. Alex Dane resubbed for 9 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 7 months. I am getting mixed signals all over the place on this one. I don't quite know how to read it, but a huge shout. Thank you so much, Dane. I appreciate it. Oh, and maybe that's what it is, Dane. Okay, so that's hilarious. Okay. I see. Well, thanks for the 9 months. I was a little confused. Oh, the 3-6 month. Oh, okay. So when you do like a 6-month sub, it still gives it to me each month. Yeah. Oh, okay. So okay. I see how that works now. I got it. I'm so rusty. I know what we were working on. I just don't know where it is. I don't know where it is in the code. I wish people just wouldn't keep changing this code on me. Like, people come in here and just make the code worse. Every single time I open this up, I'm like, wow, has this code gotten worse? Or did I just write it that way a month and a half ago? Sometimes I just wrote it that way a month ago. That is how it is in this case. Nobody else touched this code. I need to make a video on this. But I'm in my dungeon. I might record my videos at my parents' house. I might do that. That will take some work. All right. So what we were working on is we wanted to get rid of locks, right? That's what we wanted to do. And those are in here. So we were working on removing all locking from files. Basically, we want to clinch and write to a file. That's what it's called. That's the technique. It's a technical term. It's a technical term, and it's called clinch and write. And maybe cross your fingers if you were wanting some luck. So we were going to get rid of all locking. And this was going to be a good episode. And we were going to go with the atomic write offset. Right. Did we actually get it? Are there any files for this? I was thinking it was going to be in file, but I don't see anything here. So I think all we did was that really short proof of concept that we wrote. which was just playing around in a thing. So I don't think we actually started writing any code here. You came for the G strings? Sorry, the G strings are next week. Right now, it's clinch and write. It's clinch and write. Next week is G strings. That has gone poorly. This has gone downhill. All right, let's go file. Let's go here. We're gonna make something called file keep trackinator. What is this gonna be called? Basically, we need something that can this just be in the database? Let's see. If we do null_db, these were just flat in here, and we could put something like a location of next, right? Like, maybe we don't have to make its own thing. I feel like it would be easier if it wasn't all just in this file, because this file is too large anyways. What is this file? It's a bazillion lines. A literal bazillion lines. Let's see. It's only 5. I say it's only 516 is less than I thought it was, but more than it probably should be. So let's not do it here. We will make it here. Pub mod. I really don't know what to call this thing. What is a good name for this? I want to say like write in is not a write ahead log. It's a write index tracker. That's a terrible name, right? That's what we're going for with right now. Let's see. What are we going to do here? Thank you. We don't want these to be a U size. We want these to be a atomic U size. Perfect. Right, because nothing in here, everything in this, let's actually write this at the top. Everything related to the write index tracker must be thread safe, as it will be shared between multiple threads. Good job, AI. You must not use locks. Oops. Thank you. Appreciate it. I would not see that. Those are the types of things that I won't see. Like I can't, if I like go to type it, I can type it, but seeing that it's wrong, it won't look wrong to me. So I actually do appreciate it. All right, so our goal is no locks or mutexes, and to clench and write. All right, let's do it. Okay, so I guess what we need to do is basically impl right index tracker. Okay, let's see what we got here. What did it give us? Update max right index. Probably not. Update right index. Updates the right index. Probably not. Don't want those. Don't need that. Don't need this. Okay. Didn't really need much of that stuff. But all right. So what we're going to have to do two things is we're going to have to request a new index. And so this is another thing that I hadn't thought about. Right now, our database basically tracks how big a file gets. But I kind of think this should, right? This should have basically a max size of the file. And then this should basically fail if there's not a new spot to put data in the log, right? I think right now is how I'm thinking. So basically we want a pub function get right index. Okay, actually I just wrote what the AI was writing, but and this will be fine, but what we actually need, we need one other thing here is we need a U size here, right? So size U size and so then basically we can do if let current maybe. So there's one other thing that we need to do here. Instead of this here, so instead of this, we're actually going to result, right? Should we just option? We really should just option. Because what we need to do now is if basically sorry, I'm rusty. I haven't touched this code in like a month. I'm surprised I remembered this much. I'm surprised. You only see it when others do it, Dutch. That's perfect. That's perfect. All right. So let me draw this out, actually. Let me draw this out. Code of silence. I don't know what I had up. Oh, actually. So I think I'm going to have to work on the AI games on stream for a little bit. I wanted some of these things to be a surprise, and some of them still will be. But the fall advent of AI part, I actually have to write some code to generate some of the stuff and some of the other things. So like, I don't think those are going to be a surprise. I just don't have enough time. So I'm gonna have to do them on stream. One of the things is this fall advent of AI. So the AI games are going on, and they were supposed to be the summer games, but anyways, I have an advent of code, advent of AI, because we used to try using advent of code, but they've been so trained on them that they like spit out the exact same answer. Multiple AIs did. So I write my own advent of code problems. You guys are more than welcome to do them as well. Anyways, this is, I'm really excited about that one. I have busted it out with that one. I even gave an AI twist to it. Oh, we were coming over here to draw. Where's our, I thought there was like, did I forget everything? Where's my like just live stream things? Oh, this is the wrong one. There we go. I was gonna say Stream Life. That's what I was looking for. Stream Life. Thank you. All right. So what are we doing here? What we need to do is basically we're passing in the size of data we're storing. Size of data we want to store. We should get back. So this is what we pass in. We should at the end get back the start of that index. Start of where to write. And then what needs to happen is we need to update the position. So let's say this line is our thing, and let's say the position is here, and we have this much data. Well, we need to update this next start position to this one. But we also have to do it in a way where two threads can't read it at the same time. And this is why I wanted to write it down. Because if we get it right here, and then we store it here, another thread could have read it. And the clenching will not have been in vain, because we're going to corrupt data. This is why it was so important to write this out. So we have to make sure how do we do that? Because right here, thread 2 could read the same current. We're going to have to deal with this with sanity checks, right? I think. I haven't done this type of problem recently. So Ooh, okay. Maybe we have to require that, or require. Maybe I have to read this. Has the effect to both acquire and release together. For loads, it uses acquire ordering, and for stores, it uses release ordering. Compare and swap. I think this is actually what we want here, because we want to do the compare and swap, right? We want to compare and ensure what we think is right is right. Oh, Dirk, I never want to move again. When we get part 2 done, I'm dying wherever we move to. I'm dying wherever we move to. So I don't know why. I don't know why the alerts aren't working there, because the alerts are actually working. We can go actually check out your log. It's purely that they're not getting sent to the front end, which I just set everything up, so it's probably something I screwed up. Thank you so much, Dirk, for subscribing. It means a lot to me. It means way more than the money. So I super appreciate it. You're on a 3-month streak. Awesome. Okay, so I think it's Acrel that we want. We could do this. I don't know that we need to do the sequential. I'm going to actually have to think more on this than what I have just now in this stream. Because basically, let's write out the logic and then like actually think through to ensure that this is what's happening. This was not the best thing to take a month off, fix your house, move, list your house. I got the house listed. I haven't sold it yet. Be great to sell it. And then jump back into this. All right. No locks. You must not use locks or mutexes. It's a law in this file. All right. Let's just write it out, not thinking about threads. And then we're going to come back and think about how threads. Relaxed is wrong, though. I'm going to just do the sequential. But we probably don't want to do store. We probably want to do compare and store. Again, let's write the logic out. Then we'll come back to how to make it actually work with threads. All right, so we get our new index, and that's what we're going to. We can write the old, and then what we want to do is we want to return the current index. So that's where they're actually going to start writing, because they're going to write between the current spot and the new spot, right? So, you know, here's the current spot, and they're going to write the data in here up to the new spot. And then if another thread comes in and asks, they'll get this spot and fill up some data here. Okay, cool. Now we did option here, but I think I'm overcomplicating before. I'm going to remove this option. This was for the idea that a file could be full, and this would return nothing because you need to create a new file. But I want to remove that from the logic just now. because this makes the logic a lot simpler, and then we can add layers of complexity on. Okay, so this should, in theory, work. The only problem with this at this point is that 3 threads could read this same one, right? And then write them. And they'll be in sequential order, but that doesn't matter because we'll have lost that history. Because they'll do this calculation based off of all the same place. So let's do. Not swap. I want compare and swap. Why is it outlined or struck through? Is this not okay? Oh, compare exchange. Oh, okay. Outdated knowledge here. Don't listen to me. Compare exchange. We don't want the weak. Oh, what was it called again? I read it. Exchange. It was exchange, right? Compare exchange. There we go. Compare exchange. What does this look like? Current, new. All right, I gotta read just a little bit. The Togglest of Bits is in the house. We're graced by his presence. How are you doing, Togglebit? I have not streamed for what, a week and a half now. Let me tell you, from then till now, it has been. I have not worked harder for a long time. $19 days. Okay, so I lied. I said a week and a half. That's like 2 weeks and a half. 2.5 weeks. I have been working so hard. I'm sorry, everybody. It's been 2.5 weeks, really? Ooh, I'm sorry. I really tried to get back into streaming as fast as possible. Like, I had it in my head that I was going to move up here Saturday and get set up to stream, and that just didn't happen. 19 days is practically a year. I lost all my followers. I had almost 1,000. Actually, I didn't lose 1 follower. You all are fantastics. Fantastics. I'm so tired. Okay, let's see. Store's value into the atomic integer of the current value is the same as the current value. All right, I'm going to take a stab at this. We should probably like demo this out. This might make a good Rust video, actually, honestly. Wait, it takes 2 ordering arguments to describe the memory. Oh, for the read and the write. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I got it. So the current. The current is the one that needs to match, right? Stores value in the atomic integer if the current value is the same as the current value. Yeah. Okay. All right. So current would be what we think it is. New index is what we want to. Right. So new. Okay, that's the next one. Yeah. So new index is this one. New index. And now we need to do the ordering here, right? Yeah. We're going to do sequential. That might be overkill. I actually, honestly, my brain would hurt too much tonight to try to think. I think sequential ordering is overkill at this point because of what we're doing, but we're going to leave it that way. So what this is going to cause us to do is we got to handle the error. We got to handle if it doesn't write. Do we just do it again? Do we just... is this the dumbest thing? This might be really dumb. Right. No need to comment on your beliefs of whether it's stupid or not. Just let me try it out. Okay, we're gonna do this. Can we do something like this might be really, really dumb. I'm really hating it already. This can't work exclusively, right? Because we could do this, but this has some problems. This has some problems. First is, what if it's sitting there and let's say other threads are getting to write for some reason and we're not? That's fine in theory. But what if we're defining file size from this? We'll have to break out of this and say, hey, we have to create a new file to save this thing, right? And that will be handled outside of this, but we'll have to be able to break out of it. So it can't just be is error. Like, it can't be just any error, right? Multi-threaded with no locking is rough. Now, does this do what we want? We know that is This is actually safe here because it's not an error, right? And this should be our other thing, right? Right. That's what it said it would be, right? I gotta read that again really quickly. Takes two ordering arguments to describe the menu order. Success describes the required order of the read modify write operation and takes place in the current succeeds. Failure describes the required ordering. Wait. What is the return data? The return value is a result indicating whether the new value was written and containing the previous value. Oh, this is not what we want. No, this is actually what we want. It is the current. It's what was in there. Perfect. Okay, so this is threadish safeish, right? Did I miss something? Besides, this is a little hacky way of dealing with the error. I get it. It's a little... We'll probably make this different because, like I said, we need a way to also break out if we need to create a new file, right? One thing that we'll have to be sure to think about is we're just say file 1 here. And the thing that we have to be careful about is this doesn't really care. It doesn't really know what file you're talking about. It's only the current file. And so what will have to happen is that each thread will have to cache what file it's working with. Because let's say it gives you a response with that it has a location for you to write data. And then it goes to the next file. And another thread asks for a location and it gives you a location. But if it pointed to the wrong file, it would be overwriting stuff. So we'll have to be careful about that. I don't think this should become a thing that holds the files or anything, but we'll see. All right. And now, how can we do this a little bit better? Well, one, we can do something like a... Not that. We could do something like a pub. You know what? This needs to be a pub as well. Something like file out of space. I don't have another error right now. That's just the one I have. Yep. And so now we could do something like result error, right index tracker error. Now we need to do something a little bit better than this. How do we want to remove this while loop? This is kind of gross. To be honest, I don't love this. Is there a fancier way to do this that doesn't require a while loop? That would have taught me. Is there something that how to update a atomic in Rust without a while loop? You know what we're gonna do? ChatGPT. Let's give it our code, our super secret code. Golang channels would not be the way to go, right? Because one, they would be copying it. Two, it would be super slow. And I don't understand how that would solve this problem for three. I feel like I misconnected somewhere. I missed the point somewhere there. I don't want a mutex. Oh, why is this not letting me copy? Oh, I need to just yank it. 1 second. All right. Let me see here. Let's put these in little tick marks. There we go. Is there a way to update this atomic without the while loop and still work under multiple threads? Ouch. Can we just say ouch? By a more idiomatic and concise approach. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I didn't even know about this. I didn't even know about this. Shame on me. Somebody's already done what I did. Dang it. Dang it. I deserve this. I deserve this. I deserve it. All right, let's just delete this. Actually, yeah, let's just delete the whole thing. Look at all of this logic that they give us to do. It's like the people that wrote this knew. It's like they knew. It's beautiful. You know what? I have to be the first to admit that I have only used atomics very, very lightly. Very, very lightly. Obviously. I'm an atomic noob. An atomic noob. Do the tick marks actually do something in chat? You know what? I have no idea. I just did it because that's what I'm accustomed to doing. Yeah, I have no idea. We should research that. Oh, wait, you said you were an atomic noob? I want a shirt that says that. Because, like, the people that use atomics would realize that. And then there's, like, the people that think they're nerds and read Dune and are like, oh, atomics are atomic bombs. And they just don't. I'm making a shirt. Atomic noob. I love it. I'm sorry that if you said that first. Atomic just means the smallest amount of effort I can be bothered to put in. How are you doing, Toggabit? I saw that your stream changed. What's up with that? What's up with that? I asked in the stream, but you were kind of busy, or you were not putting up with my crap. All right, so this is the value. Oh, that's how much we want to add. Okay. So we want to add size. And we want to... Yeah, that. Oh, man. I reinvented it. Okay, well, cool. Well, sorry, Toggle. I've also missed your streams because, like I said, I have just been incredibly busy. So we're in a temporary spot, but whenever we find a place to move, my goal is to actually build the studio. I actually want to build a space to work as an office. And I don't mean like build it up from the ground, but I mean like paint the walls and get it all ready and then just move in one day. Like, so the next move shouldn't be as bad because we'll have this place for basically as long as we want. And so we can just move the stuff we need. And it will be painful, don't get me wrong, but it won't be like I was living in two places trying to... I remodeled a bathroom in like 3 weeks and painted an entire house, which I don't know if you've ever painted an entire house. That took way longer than I thought it was going to. I thought that was like one of the last things, and I just roll some paint on the... Oh my... I had to paint the ceilings too. Ugh. Well, I'll have to catch you on your streams. And I'll have to leverage Anathema better. All right. Is this all we have to do then? I think this is all we have to do. Oh, what we need to do... Okay. I need to look at all these. So the problem with fetch add... I guess what we could do is handle this, like the being the too large afterwards. Right? Like we could always write this. And basically, if you get one, this gets difficult because everybody has to be... Does this need to also track the file? Like, current file. Can we do an atomic string? Is there an atomic string, please? I just need an atomic string. I could use an atomic pointer to stirs, but I don't know that that's the way. So basically, what I'm thinking here is like, let's say that we're past our max write index here. And let's say we don't track that here. Now, let's say 3 things add to this. We cannot have a mutex. We do not want a mutex around that, right? Because that's what we have right now. This is just this is just a mutex around the path to the file. And we have to get rid of this. Oh, ToggleBit. I am so doing that. So in the place that I'm like, hopefully whenever I move, like if I put my office in the garage or basement, the idea is, one, before I move in, get an electrician in there to run extra wiring so that it doesn't look like an exact dumpster. And then I want a rail system on the ceiling. Absolutely. Because right now it's just I can't even stand up down here. So there's no T-track down here, but I want plugs in the ceiling for the lights hung on the ceiling. Absolutely, yeah. All right, we need to rectify this, and that's going to be another stream. I'm sorry, I worked so hard getting the stream set up. My brain is hurt. I can't use the. We can use Atomics. I'm gonna Google how to do this. I don't know how to do it off the top of my head. And I think all of that actually should go into this thing that it shouldn't be right index tracker anymore. It should be something different. But I think this should have the again though, I don't know. Like I said, it's gonna be another stream. Let's find if there's somebody to raid. I am tired. It's late for me. Toggle, are you on? All right. I'm just going through here really quickly. Look, this looks pretty good. They say TypeScript. I don't know. We're gonna give them a raid and see what they're doing. I don't know them, but hopefully you guys have fun. He has a fantastic. What's the upper lip fuzz called? Mustache. Fantastic mustache. Do not let him know I called it lip fuzz. And thanks for joining me, all. Thanks for all of your support. I will hopefully see you Thursday. Maybe I'll get a little bit better worked out.